I
Oh,
forgot we were still on the Mardi Gras music.
that's okay. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just realized the show that Allie and I did on Monday, I forgot to play the Arthur's music.
there
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, totally forgot. Oh,
He's
well.
going to dock your pay.
No more freebies for me.
That's right. Yeah.
Hello,
Well,
everyone.
hello, everybody, and welcome to Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. I'm Shari, Voices from the Swamp, and my lovely sisters with me, Marina, Heart Center Tarot, Val, Dragonfly Crystals, and Next Level Channeling, and Alice, or Allie, as many know her, Heart and Soul Connected.
Thank you.
And we are, I don't know what we're doing. It was my week to host and come up with everything, and it was my week to be sick. And I thought my foot was broke. It turned out to be something else that made the foot swell, and so it's just been a week, let me tell you. And so I apologize. I'm just for whatever I may do that screws up. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize now and be done with it. So
We get
let's
it,
see.
Shari. We're sorry that you don't feel well again. And, you
Yes.
know, you need to take it easy.
I'm working on it. I see my regular doctor tomorrow.
Good.
So I go in and do some more testing and all that fun stuff and just tell them, fix me. I'm
Yeah.
tired of this. Fix me.
Yeah, you're on the clock. I'm watching.
What am I paying you for? Oh, that damn cough won't go away. My rib cage and my stomach
Oh,
hurts
yeah.
Hurts.
from all the
Yes.
coughing because all the muscles, they contract every time you cough. And every time I cough, it feels like somebody punched me in the gut. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Well, hello to Rose Blue and Heart Center Tarot.
Oh, God,
And
Mother.
God help me, I can't read. Brino 41, Allie Martin, Val's Dragonfly Crystals, Irene Oswald. Hey, Chrissy's in the house, but Darrow.
Yeah.
And Amanda Carroll and Angela Riviera and Lauren Huntsinger, Catherine Gopal, Debbie Smith. They are Narcissus. I love that name. Tea Garden is here. Sandy Johnson. I said Catherine Gopal, didn't I? I think I said her
Yep,
name.
you did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gray and Sylvia from Colorful Foresight is here. Carolyn Booker is here. And Linda Bishop is here. Okay, I think I got everybody that I saw.
Nice.
Did you say Sandy Johnson?
Sandy Johnson.
Sandy
Yeah.
Johnson is here. If I missed you, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
That's all right. Linda Bishop. Yeah. That's good to
Yep.
see you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. So hi Kathy Persons. I always want to say Pearsons. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
I think because I knew somebody who had a last name Pearson. And except for the missing I,
Yeah.
that's spelled the
Yes.
same way,
Yeah.
Let's see. Old Windwalker popped in. Liza Field
Oh.
popped in. Dorian popped in. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yes.
So
for joining
tonight,
us.
basically, because I brain dead all week, on top of being under the gun at work to get things done that just I got piles on my desk. Was mainly I was asking everybody, how do you deal with feeling either overwhelmed or overstimulated from all the crap that's going on around us? I mean, we don't have to get deep into political. That's not my goal here. We do that on other shows, but it still affects us and how we're feeling and how we are able to help those that come to us for help. Are we able to help them be able to find a more spiritual path to deal with their own disablement? I guess is a good way to put it. And just along those lines, I mean, just because we're all dealing with it in our own ways. We all have uh, followers that follow us that may not follow the other for whatever reason, and that's up to you. And so, how are they handling it?
Yes.
Or any of your people even saying anything about it? Maybe they're beyond it, and I'm the one that's still stuck in start and can't get going. So, so that's where I was going, and we just had Lisa Alva come in, and Dr. Ann is here. Hi, Dr. Ann, who just lost her mom. So,
Oh
um,
no.
I wasn't supposed to say anything either. Um, Scratch that. I forgot. I'm telling you, my brain, I'm like brain dead here. Um, and just glad that everybody is here with us. And I'm going to shut up now and let Marina start before I put my other foot in my mouth.
Not to worry, not to worry. So, yeah, before I forget, like Shari said, whatever channel you're following on, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you are subscribed to all our channels, um, because you know what, we are sharing messages that people need to hear. They just don't always know where we are or who we are. So anytime that you um, that you give us a thumbs up after the video, or you subscribe, which is absolutely free, doesn't cost you but nothing. It helps us, get out there and get into the algorithms and all that kind of good stuff. So, but there you go. Now, having said that, um, I think for me, I don't often feel overwhelmed. I used to. And sometimes there would be times when I almost wore it like a badge of honor, in terms of, um, I get the most done when I'm under the gun, um, and so on. It really didn't work out very well for me, because I really wasn't that happy until I decided, okay, you know what? If it's not working, I need to change it. So, I raise my vibration, and anything that feels like it's going to be overwhelming, or that it's going to be a lot, just take a few deep breaths and say, okay, I do not have to tackle the world today. I just need to tackle one or two little things. That's all I need to do. And it does tend to bring down the temperature, and it does make it doesn't feel as overwhelming. You know, I'm going to clean the bathroom. I don't have to clean the house from top to bottom. I'm just going to do one little thing. And sitting in quiet contemplation, that helps too. So does going to the dog park, because yeah, when I get in there with the energy of all those beautiful animals, and they live for the moment. They don't live in the past, they don't live in the future. They are right there at that moment, and it's so easy to share in that energy with them. So yeah, I play with the dogs. That's pretty much it. Like um, I don't allow myself to get to the point where I do feel, um, that it's overwhelming. And that's what I try to share with people when I'm doing the various shows and whatnot. Is yes, there's a lot of things going on around us. We don't have to tackle everything. We can just do what we can do on that particular day, and that's it. And tomorrow we can do the same thing, right? It's not up to any of us individually to change the world. And when you change your own vibration, the people that you attract, they're going to be sort of on that same um, energetic wavelength that you're on. So does that mean that, there aren't days when, yeah, my inner Karen comes out? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I let her out. I let her say what she has to say. And then I say, all right, now let it go. That's it. So, yeah, that's kind of what I do in my little corner of the world.
First thing I heard was a song by Cinderella in my own little corner.
Uh-huh.
The one that she sings in the beginning. I don't know why, but the minute you said that, that song popped into my head. So,
Good. Yes.
Allie, what about you?
I've had a particularly hard couple of days. I did get a chance to go away with my daughter, and I had a wonderful time. And we got really weird and did face masks and took weird pictures and had a lot of fun, which I shared with some folks. So, and that's just the kind of craziness that I really think keeps my mind off some things. The day before, the dean received, one of my 4 deans for 4 different colleges received a complaint about me, and I had to show the receipts. And I was glad I had all the receipts, and so that was helpful. But that makes me very out of sorts. And then when I went away with her, we found out that there were 53 stairs that I had to walk up to the room because there was no
elevator.
So yeah, that was kind of tough. I felt very old. And but you make the best of it. So you just make the best of it. So I did that. And then today, I'm just going to tell everybody, please check your blood pressure.
Yeah.
Please. We may not think that we are under pressure or upset about something, but really affects us whether we're aware of it or not. And with me, I've always had some high blood pressure. I take medication for it, but it's pretty high. And so it's just one of those reminders for self-care. And I think that's what Marina was talking about. Mm-hmm. And certainly Shari learned that she had to step back as well because she's ill again. And, we have to take the time in our own lives, no matter who we are, and to just take care of ourselves, take a hot bath, have some tea, whatever it is that can bring us that peace of mind. So I would say that the last couple of days, I haven't had that many shows, and that kind of took some of that edge off as well, though I really love being here. So, it isn't something that's a problem, but I'm also finishing up 9 classes and then adding 8 more next week or the week after. And I look at myself and I say, when I was in my 40s, this was so easy. And I didn't expect to be doing it at almost 70. So I just have to pace myself, especially with what's going on with Social Security and such. So anyway, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer.
Reality.
I'm going to go a little Debbie Downer on my part.
Okay.
Part of what we were talking about in this subject is when you are facing financial hardship, your house might be taken away, your job might be taken away. When you're at the end of your rope and you're scared, and what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my life? This is a state that a lot of people might be facing now in this financial uncertainty. And here are some things, whether you're on the end where you're experiencing it or you're with friends who are experiencing it, you can offer this guidance, or you can look at this guidance as something that might help you. And that is acknowledge and validate their fear. So they need to feel heard. People in crisis need someone to hear them and understand this is really happening. This is how they feel when they're overwhelmed. And it's natural to be afraid in uncertain times like that. That is a natural occurrence. And secondly, shifting that perspective from fear into possibility, reframing the scarcity into what is this challenge pushing you forward to, what new opportunity, inviting curiosity instead of panic, instead of why is this happening to me? What is this that's happening to me? What is it trying to teach me? What am I supposed to get from this? Those are all the things that you would look at. And reconnecting to your power. So them reconnecting to their inner power and guidance, because this is breath work that can help you get out of panic mode. Take those deep breaths. Encourage you or your person you're talking to be present in the moment. Because when you're right here, right now, this is all that it is. You're not losing something. You're not in the past. You're not too far in the future. And also learning to trust your intuition. Your intuition, when you have slowed down the panic, you can actually start tapping back into your intuition. So the breath work is really important. And then for practical spiritual manifestation tools, is gratitude. Gratitude. Oh my gosh, I am so grateful for these blinds covering my windows. I am so grateful for this fork that I'm eating my food with. I mean, get down to every little. I am so thankful this chair is comfortable. Oh gosh, this is a warm top. I'm so thankful to have this top. I don't care how small you have to make it, and how much you feel insincere. Do it and say it. That makes a huge difference. Because even in the chaos, there's something to be thankful or grateful for.
Yes.
Say your affirmations of stability. I am always supported. The universe always provides pathways. All these things you can say. So also visualizing stability. Envision yourself in a safe and productive environment, whatever that is for you. Yeah. And this fifth thing is encouraging surrender and trust, because you have to release that hold on the outcome of everything. This is really a mandatory thing. We all have to release ourselves and surrender to what is, for all the good to come flowing in. So we think we have to grip on and steer the ship, or we're going to go into a rock or a big, huge boulder in the ocean. No, let go and the wind will carry you where you need to go. So offering practical steps and spiritual clarity. Balance spiritual advice with practical guidance, because we live in a 3D, going to 5D world. We have to feed ourselves. We have to clothe ourselves. We have to have a place to stay. So what resources are available to you that you may have overlooked? Community support, all of those things that you might have overlooked. Food banks, whatever they may be, whatever you have to do. And who can you reach out to for help? The friends, family, or spiritual community that you have right there that you never really looked up and saw that we're here. We're all here. So you have survived these challenges before. You may not just remember, but you have survived these kind of challenges, and you will navigate this one too. And then, this is something that I think all of us can use in a time like this. And this is my last little bit. And it's a healing prayer of intention for stability and divine guidance. Divine source of love and infinite abundance, I call upon your presence in this moment of uncertainty. Wrap me in your light, steady my heart, and clear my mind. I release my fear, my worry, my doubt. I surrender all burdens to the flow of divine wisdom. trusting that all things are aligning for my highest good. I affirm that I am safe, I am supported, I am guided. Even when I cannot see the path, I know it is unfolding before me. I open my heart to new opportunities, unseen solutions, and the gentle hand of grace leading me forward. May I walk with faith instead of fear, with trust instead of turmoil, knowing that what is meant for me cannot be lost. And what I release makes space for something greater. I call upon angels, guides, and the loving forces of the universe to fill my life with stability, provision, and peace. Let miracles unfold in perfect timing. Let my soul be free at rest in the knowing that I am held in divine love always. And so it is. So be it. Amen.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Val.
Yeah.
You,
It's so true. And that's something y'all can go back and do as do a clip of it so you can save it.
Yeah.
Or just go back and watch it and write it down, listen for a few
Yes.
sentences, write it down, whatever helps you do it. You said forks, Val. I nearly fell out of my chair because my brother got a package this week. And he rarely gets packages where he doesn't say something to me about, I got a package coming, keep an eye out, And so he got this package and it wasn't very big, but it was heavy. And so he was working late that night. And when he got home, I said, you got a package in the mail. And he says, oh, okay. And then the next day he comes in, he says, and he like holds this fork up underneath my face. And I'm like, what are you doing? He said, that's what the package was. I bought us some more forks. Forks disappear in this house.
oh, isn't that funny? And it was, be thankful for the forks.
Thankful
I have
for
no
the forks
reason-
because
I have no idea why I said forks, but it just came out of me.
they disappear in my house. I mean, I'll go buy like a pack of 8 or 10 forks, and within 2 or 3 months, I'm
They're
like,
gone.
same 2 forks. This is the only 2 I can find. It's like, what the hell are y'all doing with the forks, man? Are you eating the forks too? I mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me if my nephew did because he eats everything in sight. But that's the joy of being 19 and this big around. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And but it just, when you said that, I just immediately, my mind flashed to my brother holding that fork up underneath my nose saying, yeah, I got you a package of forks. It was like a 20 or 30 pack of forks. It was like a big pack of forks. I was like, well, no wonder the box was so damn heavy.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
a lot of forks.
I'm telling you, if they last 3 months, I'll be amazed.
Yes.
It won't take long for they'll all disappear too. And I think part of what maybe brought this question out in me today was that one of our faculty members shared that one of our students who's from India, his father just died unexpectedly.
Oh.
And this young man is now torn between, do I go home to wake and bury my father? Or do I stay here so that I don't have to worry about not being allowed back in to finish my degree?
Oh my God.
He's only like a couple of semesters away from getting his PhD.
He has to stay. He has to
And
stay.
so he's like, and the faculty member shared it with all of us in our department. And I mean, it just kind of really hit me when I read it this morning. And I thought, there's no excuse that
It's unfair. It's so unfair.
It is very unfair. And that was my response. As hard of a decision as it is, I would
He's not going to let Chinese come to get degrees here now. If anybody from China. Yeah. And I have a lot of Chinese students. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I have a lot of Chinese faculty.
Uh-huh.
There
was somebody picked up that was
Turkey faculty. I have Indian faculty.
We have a lot of that. Yeah.
And
there was somebody that just got picked up and has been a a United States citizen for 17 years, and they were stripped and thrown in a cold shower, interrogated, and they're in jail.
Wow.
And there's no reason.
Wow.
There's no reason, and that's what we're dealing with. My son-in-law just got his American immigration information. They don't care where you're from. We thought, oh, will it just be here? No, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's adding stress.
crazy.
It's adding stress to like our students,
Absolutely.
especially our
And the
foreign
faculty.
students, because
Yeah.
they have no clue if they're going to be
They
picked
can't
up tonight or
trust
tomorrow.
the system. They can't
Right.
trust the system to
Who do
define.
they trust? I mean,
Yeah.
in our department,
Trust the system.
I am the go-to person for the Allies program, which is like a contact point for LGBTQ plus students. If they feel harassed or stalked or bothered, they can see the little sign that's on my door and they know safe space. I can go sit in there. Miss Shari won't ask me any questions. She'll just let me sit and just gather myself. And now I'm starting to wonder, am I going to have to remove that from my door? Because even though our president in our university is trying hard to fight against it, because he's been a big proponent for the LGBTQ plus society and for foreign students and for trans students, and which is kind of funny when you think about, because he's a good old Southern boy, and they're usually not that open-minded.
Yeah.
He's very open-minded about stuff, or at least that's how he comes across. And it makes me worry for him, if he doesn't bow down.
Yeah, they're getting rid of presidents now. Just they don't like what they're doing. They don't want professors either.
No.
Yeah.
It's like everybody has to go back into their closet, back into their hiding spot.
Yeah.
And
we're too radical. This is what I'm reading this book on fascism, and it's unbelievable. And pretty much they get rid of the educated people.
Yes.
They get rid of the people that teach and the students. They don't want
to get rid of anyone who knows too much.
Who knows more than they do. Yeah.
More than they do. Yeah.
Anyone that
Good
can think
idea,
outside of the
Self-Care.
box is
Michelle.
yeah. And so it just, I guess because that email came across this morning and I read it, and it just, the longer I thought about it, the more upset I got over it. And it was like, okay, wait, this is, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I was saying, yeah, it's going to get worse, but we're going to be okay. We're going to work our way through this. And now I'm like, this is getting ridiculous.
I think we're going to see batshit crazy stuff.
And then some.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the tip of the iceberg. So you've got to prepare yourself to not engage in the drama, because it's going to go way over the top.
Yeah.
Just barely even started. So just don't even get involved in the middle of it, because you'll just get yourself in the middle of chaos, energy.
Exactly. And so, I try very hard to be as positive and upbeat as I can.
Yeah.
When I'm doing shows. Of course, this past week and a half has been kind of a rough one for me, because I've been fighting all this congestion and foot nonsense and whatnot. And so I kind of pull back, but in the process of pulling back from a few things, I've had a couple of personal readings suddenly show up to do, and a couple of classes that I would really like to take that opened up. They're like a one-time class for a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
And now suddenly I'm free to do that. And so I was like, okay, well, I get, where one door closes, another door opens. Mm-hmm. And so you have to just kind of go with that. And
Yes.
and so it's trying to share that with others as I get messages and get questions.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? What about this? What about that? And it's like all three of my lovely sisters were saying, first, stop, take a deep breath, take a step back, and give your brain time to process.
Mhm.
Why are they, the person that's talking to you, why are they so hysterical? Is it something spiritual that hit them, something financial that hit them,
Well,
something,
everything's spiritual.
you
So,
know,
Yes.
I mean,
but
you
I
know,
mean,
true, but I mean, it's like, are they coming to you because they have an esoteric question or problem that they can't get to compute in their brain? Um, or are they upset and worried because, their spouse got laid off or their parents lost their home or, whatever the case may be, but it's causing undue stress in
I
and around
I
all
know
the communities.
I know I can't be the only one, since we're in this age bracket, who have lived through things where you have had to let go. You have had
Yeah.
to let go big time,
Yeah.
breathe through it, and
Yes.
know that no matter how you land, you're going to land on 2 feet. No
Yes.
matter what you take or what you have, you're going to have just what you need. And that you're going to put your faith that your angels and guides are working with you.
Yep.
And you had to go to that place and you had to put it in the hands of divine source.
Right.
It has happened to every one of us,
Yes,
probably
it has.
Oh,
multiple
yeah.
times. So you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Be beyond the ability to control the situation and know that your life will be forevermore changed from whatever happens, and you have no control over it. You just have to breathe and know that you're heading in a direction that will be even better. So, as to a job ending, you're still alive. As to a house being foreclosed on, you're still alive. You can still breathe. You still have your ability to go out there and create.
Right. I mean, I stop and think back. My grandmother grew up during the Depression.
Yeah.
And I can remember as a young girl and a teenager watching her do things that seemed absolutely, utterly ridiculous because it was like, why are you going to all that trouble? You just go buy a new one at the store.
They
Yeah,
lived through.
no, that this one still works just fine. I mean,
Yes.
she would save foil and
My
wax
mom
paper.
said my Aunt Bonnie and her had to put cardboard in their shoes because the rubber could not,
Yeah,
they could not get
and
new
duct
shoes.
tape around it to keep the shoe together. Yeah.
I mean, there
Um,
are things they put up with and
my
had to dig
grandmother
it out.
went through that and
Yeah.
came out the other side and survived it. My
Yeah.
mother grew up, she was born in the early 40s, right after World War II started.
Yeah.
And she saw all of that. And then she kind of came to adulthood in the middle of the civil rights movement and the
Mhm.
women's rights movement and the equal rights movement. Believe me, I went to enough marches with her to know, so,
Mhm.
um, and it's funny that you think that something that's been dealt with, overdone
It's
with, gone.
done. You think it's
And
done. It's a
now,
done deal. We already went through this.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
We
exactly.
already
And
agreed. Everyone has the same rights. We are equal. It's all.
Yes.
Why are we going backwards? So
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's hearing that all female veterans who are on the website for the VA and stuff for their contribution to the military and thing is being wiped because they can't have women on there. All people of color are getting wiped off of these memorials that are built through the VA. Um, uh, the wind talkers from the Native American tribes during World
Yes.
War II,
Mhm.
they're being wiped. They tried to do it to the Tuskegee Airmen, and people went friggin' ballistic, and they immediately put it back on. But what you want to bet it's going to be gone soon, you know. It's these little
Erosions.
erosions, yeah, they little nitpicky things that in and of itself, just the one thing would be enough to piss off enough people, but not make you
Yeah.
go into, complete breakdown. But it's being hit with it day after day after day after day with no break. That I think is what's getting, at least to the ones that are coming to me and talking to me, it's just the overwhelming, overstimulating issues of what's happening around us. And it's not like we can just ignore it. It's there. We have to deal with it. But, with me, it was like we have to deal with it. But at the same time, we have to try to give as much comfort as we can possibly give. I mean, it's not like we can take everybody in. Marina's house is only so big, and they're only going to let her bring so many of us
We're all
over
going. We're all the readers are already. We've got
Yes,
space
yeah.
in her backyard to camp. So
Yes.
there. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I might have
if
to
I
run
have to
my
go buy,
library.
if I have to go buy a pup tent and sleeping bag, I will.
Yes. Yeah.
Just like I know a few people down in Mexico. Okay, if I can't go north, I'm heading south. But I got it
Yes.
out. I'll probably have to cross the Rio Grande as an illegal alien because I don't have a passport. But
Yeah.
and just hope like hell Mexico lets me in. But
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's just there's so much overwhelming stuff, overstimulating stuff that's been
Exhilarating.
happening.
Yeah.
Amidst our own day-to-day issues and problems and foibles. And I mean,
Yeah.
just with the four of us, none of us are spring chickens anymore. I mean, face the fact, we may want to be, but we're not. We get sick faster, we stay sick longer, and it just it gets harder sometimes. It gets a lot harder sometimes to try to keep being that steady anchor for others to grab onto. And so that's
we
basically
definitely all go through cycles. There's no doubt about that.
yeah.
So
I mean,
we're going to have cycles where we are the one who feels like we need to.
yeah, I mean, it's like all of you guys out there, be prepared when we're calling you saying,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
you got to help me get through this, because we will be at some point.
You know,
I mean,
And the thing to remember too is a lot of what is going on is designed.
Mhm.
It's not happening by accident.
Yes.
no,
It's on purpose to
Yes.
keep you off balance.
Exactly.
To keep you in that fear state, to keep
Yeah.
you in that fight or flight mode.
Exactly.
And just remember, you always have a choice. You can either engage with it, or you can recognize it for
the
what
game.
it is.
Recognize the game.
Yes, and say, "I'm not playing. I'm
Yeah.
not playing.
I'm not
Sorry."
playing this game. Thank you.
yeah,
And there is going to, and I think it's going to happen soon, where it's just been one thing piled on top of another, that when people finally get to the point where they say enough is enough,
Mhm.
it will be like an explosion.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not going to be something that you're going to need people to organize a march or this, or it is just
it's going to be
going to happen
painless.
organically. Boom.
I think you're right, Marina.
Yeah.
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 I mean, we saw that with George Floyd and what happened
Yes.
when he was literally killed in front of our eyes
Yes.
on live TV.
Yeah.
And it wasn't people talking about how do we deal with this? What kind of march are we going to do? It was people literally took to the streets immediately saying, wait a minute, and
Wow.
And why did so many people react so viscerally that weren't Black? Was
Yeah.
because we were all home from COVID.
Mhm.
None of us could go out. None of us were working. We were all sitting
When
in
they
our
used to
house.
cover what was going on, but they don't anymore.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
mean,
the hard
and
part.
suddenly we're watching it live on
Right.
the local news, and people freaked out. Quite literally, they were like, "Wait a damn minute! Is this what my buddy at work's been trying to get me to understand?" I mean,
And
it
he
was
might
that
let
kind of
Derek Chauvin out. That's what I'm hearing now. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
He let R.
I-
Kelly out. He
Yeah.
did. He let him out.
yeah.
I-
So
I
You know
try,
what?
for the, go ahead, Marina.
I was going to say, even if they do let Chauvin out, believe me, he's not going to last long.
He's
on
not
the
going to
outside.
last. I agree. Yeah.
no.
It's like, if he is smart, he would say, "No, thank you to the pardon. It's okay. You know what? I'm okay exactly where I am because
They can't get me in here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Using the excuse I used to use when I was a teenager, and somebody would say, "Well, aren't you scared of going to jail if you get caught doing that?" And I'd be like, "Oh no, I'd be safe in jail. I'm scared of my mother. She'd kill me."
exactly.
It was just that
Yeah.
easy. It's like no, my mom would be the one I'm scared of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jail is preferable. Yeah.
Exactly. So I just I don't know. It's just been on my mind, on my heart for a while, but especially this week, it was like a lot of things just kind of piled on at once. And we did have a question that somebody left on
Yeah.
Allie's
Steele.
page, right?
Yeah. S. Steele.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me go back and find it. I know I saved it.
And while Shari's doing that, I will remind you all that we are all here for each other.
Absolutely.
Each and every one of us. So, we are not a community of isolated individuals. Anytime that we gather, we raise our collective energy. We send out all those good, positive thoughts. And yeah, Celtic Seer had said earlier about, take all the trauma or whatever and send it to the White House. Yeah, absolutely. Send it over there. Whatever does not serve me, I release it to go to Send it to Elon.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the question that was sent in.
No.
As y'all know, we only take questions under the on the community tab whenever we post the thing for the show. We don't take questions live on show night. S. Steele would love to get a message from Angels and Spirit Team. And and I think that maybe after we do one for her, we do one for everyone. And that ought to pretty much get us pretty close to the end of time. So
like a collective. Yeah.
Also, J Cat Lady is not feeling well. She's going to the emergency room, I think. So let's send her lots of love as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. And prayers and good thoughts out for Mel.
Yes.
For Mel.
He's doing a little better. That doesn't mean stop the prayers.
Right. I talked to him yesterday, and he was feeling better, but still a little shaky. And so very thankful to everyone for just all of the prayers and energy and everything else that's been coming through. So
and for Shari as well, so she gets better. Yeah,
because I'm tired of being sick.
So S. Steele, I'll start. I got the card fecundity, and fecundity is something that a rabbit usually has, which means they take their creativity, they do it in a different way, but you have an ability to bring your creative power in. And they're saying, go for it, gal, go for it. And, you know, enjoy whatever creativity that is coming your way. It can be, I mean, it could be anything. You could be doing a puzzle. It doesn't really matter, but something, you know, to relax and take care. So, thank you.
Beautiful. And mine goes right along with that. And I'm using the Modern Life Oracle. And the card that I got was Laundry Mountain Climber.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that
It's like
is
my house on Saturday and Sunday.
yeah. So and this
Mhm.
is perfect because that's what we're talking about, right? Where you look at that mountain of laundry and you go, oh my God, I can't handle this. Yeah, you can, one load at a time. You start at the top and you just toss things in
Exactly.
one load at a time. So you do have your angels and spirit team are saying you have what it takes to manage what is put in front of you. Just have faith that you can handle it. Don't judge it. Don't let it be something that you think is too insignificant or too big for you. Just go with it. Just go with it. They're there for you.
I love that. That's great. And you know, I got observer for you. It's funny, we were just talking about don't get stuck in the drama of the
Yes.
story of everything, but be an observer. And that way, all that creativity and that wonderful energy that's fun, you can engage in that in your own life for yourself and not get caught up in all that stuff that is going to drag your energy down. Focus on the fun and the creativity, and that will be great for you. Thank you.
Yes.
And I drew for you Elephant Spirit, which is learn from the past. And it's simply talking about while we may want to leave the past behind, the memory of what happened matters because that helps us choose more wisely going forward. You got to let go of what happened back there, but you still keep the memory in house so that as you move forward and you recognize certain signs, you can step aside and say, "Oh no, I'm not going down that pothole again. Been there, done that." And so I think that's what your guides are just trying to tell you is that you got to let go of the past, but at the same time, um, don't forget. Mainly, don't forget the legacy of strength and 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 dignity and um, resourcefulness that you've learned over your life. We've all learned those lessons. And so, no matter what the situation was in the past, you can pull out those elements and bring them with you to deal with what comes next. And that's what I got
Beautiful.
for S. Steele. Thank you very much for your question. And then we were going to do one for the collective to
Wow.
Yep. Sort of
Well,
what to
sorry,
concentrate
someone
on.
caught my eye in chat. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
so I got don't
Sometimes I
listen
get
to any
zapped
rumors.
aside.
Watch out for the rumors. The
Oh.
rumors are the things that can get you into trouble. Make sure
Yes.
you verify before you say.
Oh, that's a good one. And welcome abundance, because abundance is flowing into your life. It's coming right now. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges.
Yes. And I got meal prep mastermind. And you know what? I really like this You notice there is a spot for everything,
Yeah.
right? Nothing is too big, nothing is too little. So you have the tools that you need in order to organize things around you so that you're ready for whatever comes at you, right? You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to to think of it as something that is insurmountable. Is, again, you're prepared. You have thought
Right.
about this. You
That's
know what's going to go in each one of those little compartments, and that's it. That's it. I also got plant parent. So, take a moment, talk to your plants, connect with nature. That's where your peace is. That's where your solace is. Yeah,
I love that.
there you go.
Okay.
And from Wisdom of the Oracle, I pulled Go the Distance. It's, what is that, a leopard or something like that that's running there.
Mhm.
It's talking about endurance, strength, and the long haul. That
Yay.
no matter what is hitting us now, we are in this for the long haul. And we have to prepare ourselves to
Yes.
go the distance.
Because
I
there
just-
will be an end to the chaos nonsense.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
so
There
funny.
will be an end. And while it looks like he's running through the desert in this picture here,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things blooming that we have to remember is still there.
Yeah.
It's just everything's in
It's
a
just you can't see it yet. He hasn't gotten to
everything
it
is
yet.
in its dormant stage as
Yeah.
it prepares to come out in blossom. And so that's what we have for you today. I know we're a couple of minutes short, but not too bad. And I am ready to go to bed.
We're right behind you.
Tired.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
which is right behind where you see on this side here. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm
There
like,
you
there
go.
we go.
Yeah. Oh,
And I didn't realize how part of my bed was showing. Good thing I made the bed. You might have seen just piles on there or something. So thank y'all very much for tuning in. Next week we have, who's next week?
Val.
Oh,
Val is next
it's
week.
me. Okay.
So next week we will be on Dragonfly crystals or next level channeling. I'm not sure which
It's
channel Val does it
Dragonfly.
on.
Yeah. Dragonfly
Okay.
crystal. Yeah.
And remember, if you have a question you want us to answer for show night, you have to put it in the comments under when we post it on the community tab. Usually around Saturday or Sunday.
Yes.
Some of us forget, and it's not until Monday. But
Yeah.
you have to put something. You just leave your question there, and then we gather
Or
them up.
even
From the
send
four
an
of us.
email. Send
Yeah.
to whoever's channel you're on.
Yeah, you can just send an email.
I have a
if you can.
question. Yeah. Absolutely.
And just let us know, and we make sure that whoever's hosting gets your question, and then that way they can answer. We can answer it. So,
Yes.
y'all have a lovely, lovely week. Hang in there. It will get better.
It will.
It will.
It will.
Every day we get closer to what we need.
Yeah.
Hey. That's a nice thought.
Yes, it is.
All right. Take care of.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful week.